Society of Friends. What is Society of Friends? It is a Christian religious movement whose members are known as Friends or Quakers. The movement stems back to the early 17th century English descenders. The movement has since branched out into many independent national and regional organizations. Some organizations have yearly meetings. This involves a variety of names, beliefs, and practices. Not all, but most of the groups of friends meet regularly for worship. Some of the meetings may or may not have a leader or program to go by and only meet silently. Other services may have a pastor with readings and hymns, similar to the Protestant church services. Theological beliefs of different yearly meetings vary, from strong evangelical Christian beliefs through the spectrum to the predominantly universalist or church universal beliefs. Some yearly meetings regard Christ as their teacher and Lord. In parts of the U.S. and Africa, affiliate Friends and the United Meetings. Other yearly meetings, especially those in part of the U.S. and Asia and Central America, are affiliated to Evangelical Friends Church International. They believe Christ is Lord and Savior. Other yearly meetings, especially those in part of the U.S. which are affiliated to the Wider Fellowship of the Conservative Friends, trust in the immediate guidance of the inward Christ. Yearly meetings vary from each different society of friend groups. Modern friends express their beliefs in many different ways, including the attitude in trying to see the light or God in everyone. Early friends used terms such as truth, the seed, and the pure principle that each person is transformed as Christ formed and grew in them. To see the light or see God in everyone is the effort in the Quakers to cast out more superficial differences and focuses on the good in all people. Calendar and holidays. The plain calendar, sometimes called the scriptural calendar, differs from what Friends refer to as world calendar. This uses numbers that dominate the names of the months and days of the week. When there is a birth, the Society of Friends do not practice water baptism or christenings. The children are welcomed by the society at the first attendance. So if a child is born to a Quaker, they're automatically a member. When marriages take place, the traditional wedding ceremony is similar to any other meeting for worship, and therefore often very different experiences by non-friends. Here are a few different ceremonies. In the Philadelphia yearly meeting, worship is done in silence for a very long time, and the couples exchange promises to each other. When the Britain yearly meetings happen, these members exchange declarations with each other. In 2009, Friends in Australia and Britain, also meetings in North America, have celebrated weddings of civil unions of partners and of the same sex. The traditional Friends have no clergy. There is no one man to marry them. They believe they're married by God and those who gather. When there is a death among the Society of Friends, memorial services are held as a form of worship. Friends gather in remembrance about the person who has passed on. These worship meetings can last over an hour and longer depending on the number of attendants. Friends believe the spirit is more important than the body. The coffin or ashes of the deceased are not even present. When it comes to education, the Society of Friends' outlook on education is very important. Many of the Friends Societies have founded schools and colleges around the world. These organizations center on traditions and serve in higher education. These examples would be Friends Council on Education, FCE, Friends Association for Higher Education, FAHE. In conclusion, there are many similar ways the Society of Friends and people all over the world share the same views, beliefs, and even ways of living from generations on. Only since these earlier years, there have been a few changes. Many of the traditional things still remain the same.